Welcome back, everyone. Writers World Radio is episode 18. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I shall be your profane host, Matthew Graken. And speaking of profanity, here's a segue into today's topic. Foul language.
Shit! Language.
Wait a second. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language?
So foul language, I mean, you have to think, is it necessary? What's the context of it? How much are you using? What kind of story are you trying to write? What kind of message are you trying to get across here? But most of all, know your audience. You're writing a children's book. I'm sorry. There is no reason to use any type of profanity in there. I'm just a firm believer in that. Young adult, you can start expanding the vocabulary a little bit, but even at that, I feel that it's not necessary. Maybe common practice in the world today, but doesn't mean it has to be. Writing a good old-fashioned adult novel, adult meaning people over the age of 18 or 21 or whichever, whatever you consider to be adult. Do you want to use it? Sure, you can put it in there. Do you have to use it? Don't feel you're forced to. I mean, a lot of times people just throw it in there for the sake of throwing it in there. I was discussing with someone the other day, a college professor, that people can use it, but in a professional term, our minds are programmed to look at that kind of language as someone uneducated using it. So if that's the type of character you're trying to use or trying to write as an uneducated, just someone who doesn't really care what they say, then it fits the character. But if you're trying to display a professional business person, and every couple of words out there would be bleeped on regular television, that may be something you want to think about. And it's not going to be to the character. It's not really necessary. Someone like that, you want to use your imagination, use your vocabulary, and try to expand past it. It's not, use a thesaurus and come up with some alternative words. Or even just, if it's a woman, using the cutesy words. Oh, sugar. Oh, gosh darn it. Those type of words. It may seem a little strange, but actually it's not. It will fit the character. Versus saying some of these other words that, there's a time and a place for them. If you're in something really intense, really hostile, like a big situation, or something unbelievable happens, the building blows up right in front of their face, they're not going to go, oh gosh darn it. They may, it depends if you want to put some levity into it. But they will put, some other words in there. So in that, it depends on the context. But think of it this way. The Lord of the Rings. How much profanity was in that? Versus a modern equivalent, just because it takes place in the same type of realm, not the same realm, but the same type of realm, Game of Thrones. Those books. Profanity is much more profound in that. So it's more of the coming of age. It's more of the sign of the times. But if you're not writing in these times, just think about that. Was it used as often back then? No. It wasn't used, yes. But was it used as often or as liberally as it is now? No. So that's just some things I wanted to touch upon on the use of languages.
And for gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
Foul language, to be precise. What are your suggestions? I mean, do you think it's something that should just be in every other sentence? Or do you have a trick of how do you work it into novels? Where do you think it fits into your book? Put it in the comments below. Shout it out on the Twitter. Use the hashtag WritersWorldRadio. And my handle on Twitter is at Matthew J. Graken. Make sure to include me. Let's keep this conversation going, but make sure you watch your language. or on Facebook even. Facebook.com/Matthew J. Graken. All that is included. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope your writing's coming along. I hope everyone's having a great week, or 2 weeks in this case. Make sure, spend 10 minutes a day or so to write. Get that writing going. The only one that's going to be able to get that story done is you. And the best way to do it is start today. Don't put it off till tomorrow. 10 minutes tonight, 10 minutes right now, right as soon as you finish this videocast podcast. And you'll be able, you will be amazed how far you get. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's being healthy. The summer's starting to come along. And you know what? Stay positive. If you need help, contact me. I just gave you my information. Feel free to reach out and I'll help you out. And then, you know what? I'll see you next time. Have a fantastic week, everyone.